In this training session here, we're going to start out with teaching some leash pressure. So this is a step that many dog owners skip. They don't actually teach their dog how to interact with the leash. So how you do this is you just let the dog, you put them on a leash, let them do what they want. But when they get to the end of the leash, you're going to apply some pressure back towards you. And when they release to that pressure, you're going to mark it and reward it. So you're going to give them some food, but also they're going to get the communication of, hey, when the leash is taut, I don't like that. It's not a good sensation, but when I do the thing that they want, a release to that pressure, it goes away. And this is a very big prerequisite. We're also going to mark for eye contact and just paying attention to us as well. Next here, we're going to work a leave it command. So as the dog goes to sniff or pay attention to the toy, we're going to say leave it and guide the dog away. A lot of people will try to say things to the dog, different commands like leave it or whatever, but they don't take the time to actually teach the dog what it means. So by saying leave it and guiding the dog away, that's actually communicating what leave it means. And that's very important. And you can see dog's not very interested in the toy after that. And if we're to come back, we're just going to say the same thing. There you go, leave it, guide the dog away. All right, so up next, we're working a place command, and that's really just where a dog goes up onto something and knows to stay there. So at the very beginning stages, we're just trying to get the dog up and mark and reward and just get them used to staying on a certain object. You really can use whatever. It could be a dog bed. I'm not sure what this was, if it was a couch cushion or if it was just a different type of pillow or bed. But for a small dog, it really could be anything. So we get the dog up here. Here's a good example where we're going to walk up. The second the dog gets all 4 paws on, we're going to mark and reward. And if they get off or they, stumble off a little bit, we can just guide them back on. But a place command is a huge command to teach. It's a very, very big equalizer when it comes to things in the environment and really teaches your dog how to be calm. Things like a crate can be used as well, but a place command is very, very useful in everyday life. So you can see right there, I'm not going to mark and reward until they get all 4 paws on. So we're just going to guide them up until they get those on. In this case, we're asking the dog to stay up there for a decent amount of time. And this is tough, especially for a dog that's just learning the idea of a place command. You're going to see the dog get off here. Yep, and we're just going to guide them right back on. That's all you got to do. That's how dogs learn. It's okay if they make mistakes, but you just got to guide them in the right direction. And so you can see how the leash is tense when the dog goes to get off and loose when it's not. And here we go up again, give it another try. Nice loose leash. So notice when the dog is on the bed, the leash is loose. That's a tricky thing to say. The leash is loose, but that is what you see. And if the dog were to try to get off, you can apply some tension to say, hey, no, that's not what we want here. But the key is when the dog is doing something correctly, the leash should be loose. All right, and to finish off here, the dog's a little bit pooped, but this is just a good example of when it is appropriate to pet your dog, when it's nice and calm.